Hi, this is Christina, and I'm here for week 2 of the Fit Life Challenge. And one of the things that I hope that you're doing that I forgot to tell you about last week is stretching. That's the first thing that I want to go over after I talk about the importance of hydration. Make sure that you're drinking lots of water when you're doing these workouts and that you're stretching properly. So one of the stretches we like to do here before fit camp it's called a sumo stretch. Now how that works is you spread your feet about shoulder width apart and you bring your your fingers to your toes, you put your elbows in your knees and you just squat and you pop right back up. This is really good lower body stretch and it's going to get those muscles worked out. And I think you can hear a little bit of mine snapping and crackling like a box of Rice Krispies. But that's okay. So you want to do about 10 of those before you start. And if you can't get your fingers to your toes yet, that's okay. Flexibility comes along as you're learning. And then something else that I like to do is the washing machine. Now you can do this standing, but I am recording myself today, so we're improvising. And then just stretch out your arms a little bit by doing some arm circles. And you just warm up a little bit by doing a few jumping jacks or running in place for about 30 seconds, and then you can go backwards. So those are some of the things that we do here in Mississippi, and I hope everything's going along well with your exercises so far. If you're having any problems, definitely contact your coach if you have any questions, or if you want to know a little bit more about what products we have to help you recover better, also talk to your coach about that. So again, I want to go over how these exercises are set up to get maximum results, because that's what we're about. We're going to do 3 circuits, each 6 minutes long, and if you see yourself improving, add an extra minute, so go 7 minutes if you're able to push a little bit harder. And these workouts are designed for a beginner, so if they do seem a little bit simple, just kick up your weight level or add a little bit of extra resistance. And if they do seem a little bit too difficult, take down your repetitions, and that way you can kind of balance things out. But never stop mid-workout without cooling down, because we don't want anything bad to happen to your heart. So in circuit 1, we have 3 exercises. First of all is the jumping jack, which we went over last week, but just to review, a jumping jack is just out, down. So you want to do either 15 or 25 of those. And if you can't jump, if you have issues with your knees, we just do the step out. Go one way, then go the other. No problem. We call that a modification. And then we're going to do side lunges. So how about side lunges work? You want to step out. Here are all my joints popping. And then we're going to do the other way. You can do all one way and then all the other. Now it's important to stay true to your form on a side lunge. So you want to come down, get a deep stretch, and make sure that your knee's not crossing the plane with the top of your foot. Make sure that everything's stable and that your form is good. We don't want to risk injury. And then we're going to do something new this week. It's called a bridge. Now how does a bridge work? Let's get a little bit closer here. What you're going to do is sit back, your knees up. Here we go. Feet are flat on the floor. You want your palms up. What you're doing, lying down, you're bringing up here. Hold for 5 seconds. Come back down. We want to do this 5 or 10 times. This is a really good exercise. All right, so that completes circuit 1. We do that 6 minutes. Okay, and circuit 2, what we're doing, we're going to do tricep kickbacks. So, I hope you've gotten some little hand weights. What a tricep kickback looks like. You're going to lean forward, kick back. Just extend that out. As you can see, that muscle in my arm, right there, that's your tricep. That's what you're working on. You want to get a U definition shape there. You see it right there. So that's what we're working on. We call that getting rid of your lunch lady arms. And it's going to make you just really build that definition underneath here. So you want to do 15 or 20 of those on each arm. And then we're going to do mountain climbers. Mountain climbers are really good, and if you're planning on doing a Spartan race or a warrior dash, I know that this is really good in that training. So what you're gonna do is you're in a runner stretch and you swap back and forth. You jump. If you can't jump, just walk it. And if you can't get on the ground, do it against the wall. So you want to do 10 or 15 of those. Those are really going to work you out really good. And then the next thing we're going to do is a leaning tower. Now, take the weight that's appropriate. Put 2 smaller weights in each hand. Bring them up over your head. You're just leaning. Now notice my arms aren't moving. Everything is staying straight. This is an oblique exercise. You're working these muscles right through here, not an arm exercise. You just lean, lean. You want to do 10 or 20 of those. Okay, so that's circuit 2. Circuit 3, what are we going to do there? We're going to do some familiar things. We're going to do push-ups. Now we want to work up to 10, 15, maybe even 20 of these. So you can do them bent knee, or you can do them full out. So push-up, there we go. We should probably be familiar with what a push-up is by now. We've been doing them last week. So next thing we're going to do is squat jumps. So how does squat jump work? Feet shoulder width apart. You squat down and you jump. It's not necessarily about height. It's about the propulsion off the ground. And we're kind of preparing you for a step up to next week. But we're going to do 10, 15, or 20 of those squat jumps along with your push-ups. And then we're going to do Superman. I personally love this because it's deceptive. People think that it's easy, but it's not. What you're going to do is lie down on your back. You're going to bring your arms and your legs up at the same time. So here, where you can see me, arms up. At the same time, you're bringing your back legs up. Like this. Back up. So it's just a minimal movement, but you're stabilizing everything, your upper back, your lower back, your legs. It's really good for you. So you want to do 10 or 20 of those. So that's your circuit 3. So when you get done with that, you need to stretch out really good. And make sure you're taking about a minute break in between each circuit. You're drinking lots of water. So then when you finish up and you want to do more stretches, one of my favorite stretches that I like to do at Fit Camp is we take our fingers all the way up, we come down onto our toes, and we just walk it out. And there we go. It's downward dog. And then you can pull it back, stretch out. Get everything good and stretch. Take your arms, one across the other, bring this arm up, elbow to elbow, hold it for 10 seconds. Then you do the same thing on the other arm. Bring it out to the T, bring this hand over this wrist, bring this arm up. There you go, hold it 10 seconds. Stretch it out really good. Next one I like to do is take your arms up, points, grab one, hold it for 10 seconds. Other side. Hold it for 10 seconds. It's really good. Now you want to make sure that you bring your breathing back down to normal. Just some. And I want to talk a minute about recovery. It's very important that after you do a workout, that you get your recovery beverage, because you're tearing down all your muscles. And muscles aren't created in the tear down. They're created in the rebuild. So what you need to do is get your protein recovery drink within 30 to 45 minutes after working out, so that you can put back into your body what you've just burned out. So that is your week 2 exercise. I hope things are going along well, and I look forward to hearing from you next week.